Hi there. Just a quick video on my Remington 700 police. I just picked up a Ruger Precision rifle in 6.5 Creedmoor, and if you watch my other videos, I live in fairly cramped quarters, so when something comes in, something else has to go. So this unfortunately has to go. So I thought I'd shoot a quick video of it and talk a bit about it. I do really like the rifle. If I was in different living circumstances, I would probably keep it, to be honest, even though I probably wouldn't shoot it very much. It's a rifle I know very well. I've shot a fair bit. I have lots of good load data for a variety of powder and projectiles, and I just generally like the rifle. It's very simple, not much to it, but it works. You know, Remington 700, what more can you say? The stock's a good stock, actually. It's HS Precision. There's aluminum, a big aluminum piece throughout it. The two swivel studs screw right into it. Likewise, the action beds down into that big aluminum piece. I'm not going to pull it apart, but anyway, that's how it goes. When I got the rifle, the stock was really beat up, unfortunately. The steel parts were fine, which was strange. I'm pretty sure they must have had it, the two pieces split up and had the barreled action in a chassis, and obviously they decided to upgrade to something else, so they sold it as a barreled action but threw in the stock. And when I saw the stock and realized it was an HS Precision stock, it's like, okay, this is worth saving. So I took it to a gunsmith here on the island, and he put a good Packmeyer butt pad on it, because there was one on it, but it was in really, really rough shape, and the whole back end of the rifle was screwed up. It had to be glassed in or whatever. They had kind of carved it all out inside for some reason. This thing's getting wet. They had carved it out inside, maybe with the intention of putting weights in there or making it lighter. I have no idea what they were doing. But we glassed it all up, and he put a lot of work into it to get it back like that. And then I glassed up some other little defects and dings here and there, and then threw Duracoat on it. It's by no means pretty, but it's very functional. The whole rifle is just a functional rifle for me. It's not a thing of beauty. It's something I can grab and take with me into a spot where I like to shoot. If it's hitting sticks and stuff like that as I walk through brush, I'm not too concerned about it. You know, it's pretty hard to wreck this rifle. The most fragile component on it is the fairly inexpensive Vortex scope, so it is what it is. Worked perfectly fine for this rifle. This rifle's quite accurate. If it shoots MOA or worse, it's plainly something I've done. I can pretty consistently get between 1/2 inch and 0.8. I'm not the best shooter in the world, so 0.8 is kind of my norm with a really, really good rifle. Probably the wrong hobby for me then, eh? But anyway, there you have it. I'm being honest, at least. Now, for somebody watching this video thinking about buying one of these new, my suggestion would be to look around carefully, because when you get the price point on these things is kind of steep, particularly here in Canada. I think new they're retailing about $1,300 or $1,400. For the money, I really think you're further ahead, spending a bit more, going into a Ruger Precision rifle, which is something kind of new that's come out at this point in time. It's February 2016, and they're just starting to become available here in Canada. They've been around for probably 6 months, I think, but we're starting to see them on the shelves, I guess is what I'm saying. I just picked up one myself, which is why I'm probably getting rid of this rifle. And I'm sure there's going to be other ones floating around too. So seeing these pop up used is probably going to be a little more frequent than previously. That being said, to buy one new, back on track of what I was saying, I would suggest looking at either the Ruger Precision rifle, or if you really want the Remington, then start looking at a Remington 700 5R mil spec. For the extra money you'd spend, I think you get just a just a better package of features. I think that you lose a couple inches on the barrel length, but you know, depending on just how far you want to push it and stuff like that, for most people that's not going to make any difference whatsoever. And if you hand load, just it's going to be a bit different of a load than for what you would do with a 26-inch barrel. Not a big deal. But importantly, I think pretty much the whole rifle is stainless steel, or the metal components anyway, is stainless, and I'm a big fan of stainless when you can get it. So it's kind of, you know, for the extra $200 or whatever it's going to be, hopefully that's about what it is, for that extra money, I think you're further ahead going with the mil spec. That being said, if you can spot one of these used on the market, they're not a bad rifle. They're pretty much a staple. They've been around for a long time. Everybody knows what they can and can't do. There's lots of bits and pieces for it if you do want to customize it. So there is that for it. Anyway, I really like this rifle, and if I didn't live in such close quarters, I would probably keep it, but that's not the case. So when one comes in, one has to go. So sad to see it go, but there it is, and there we have it. Looks like it's gonna clear up a bit. A little bit of snow up there, but not much. It's not terribly cold out. It's damp. It's not terribly cold. The sun's trying real hard to burn off this fog. The spot I'm about to take off to and go shoot is a little bit higher than here, and it's going to be right in amongst that fog, so probably off in that direction somewhere. Well, it is, but it's a ways off, so I'll have to drive out there, whatever. Get finished doing a few videos and then go do that. Anyway, Vancouver Island, have a great day.